Hey there guys, Fave here, and I just wanted to discuss something that has always grinded my gears throughout the years and made me pretty angry. Because back in 2008, it was something that wasn't no big deal, didn't make sense, and now, today, in 2021, it is the cornerstone of why Roblox even exists. With Premium becoming more and more useless, the only useful thing that people can buy is Robux, right? Well, here's the thing about Robux. It's actually a ripoff. But before I can talk about it being a ripoff, we have to go into today's challenge. Today's challenge is, if you have ever used your nose before, then smash that like button. Also, I noticed most of you aren't subscribed, so what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell, and I'll gift you with a brand new nose. Yeah, maybe you'll have two. I mean, you could smell double the smells. You could be like a doggo or something. But anyways, let's talk about it. So, today on Roblox, if you're on the website, not the app, you could buy different amounts of Robux, and you get even more Robux if you have Premium. And then, of course, you could spend up to $100 for 11,000 Robux if you have Premium, 10,000 if you don't. Now, these are the prices everyone's used to, and it's just kind of accepted. But as a matter of fact, what if I told you that these prices have been the same for over 12 years, despite the fact that Robux has become super inflated over that time? Well, that's a lot to explain. But before I can explain that, let's go ahead and go on the Roblox app real quick. Anyway, so let's go ahead and hop on Big Buffman 69 real quick. Always my testing account. And let's just say I want to buy Robux. Well, on the app, you can spend 50 cents and get 40 Robux, really enabling the micro and micro transaction. And it's all the same quantities, just a couple of smaller ones because of the way iTunes gift cards and Google Play, all that works. It's just more economically efficient, especially if you want a small amount of Robux. Now, of course, it's a bigger ripoff for the smaller amount of Robux, and of course, I still don't have a star code to this day. I mean, dang, I type in Fave and hit add invalid code. Man. But that's all besides the point. Let's switch back to the computer. So let's go ahead and hop into the time machine real quick, and let's go. September 26, 2008 was one of the most pivotal days in Roblox's history, because this addition to Roblox is what made Roblox exist for the next 13 years, basically. Be our guest, buy our Robux. We've got two big features to announce in this release: guest mode and the ability to purchase Robux. Well, first of all, guest mode is a very old feature that older users know, but basically, if you didn't have a Roblox account, you could play as a guest, and these guests had quite the reputations for all types of infamous stuff, but in reality, most of the time they were just noobs trying to learn how Roblox works. No, they're pretty harmless. Now, guest was removed in 2017, I would assume due to all the people botting all the time, but you could never tell for sure. But yeah, you can see this ancient screenshot of Roblox with a Builderman with the flag on his head and the ability to play as a guest. Look at these old screenshots. Guest 1954 looks like a default noob. But this video isn't about guests, it's about buying Robux. And so this is where it all started, September 2008, 13 years ago. So Premium people have always had better rates. 8 out of 10 economists we surveyed expect that the Robux will rise strongly against the dollar in the near term, making it an excellent inflation hedge in those troubled financial times. Well, as it turns out, 8 out of 10 economists were right, because Robux is worth a lot now. It's like gold to these people. But regardless, let's go back to this screenshot right here, the most important one of them all, the Roblox Central Bank, and these are the quantities of Robux in 2008 that you could buy. Okay, as a matter of fact, they give you less Robux than they did before. So first of all, Builders Club is the old version of Premium, so it's the same thing. And standard members are just people without Builders Club. So they have improved in some senses where you can buy very small quantities of Robux, even if you don't have Premium. But is that really a good thing, or is that just Roblox getting more money from people? I don't know. But either way, for $4.95, you can buy 450 Robux. Well, as it turns out, for $4.99, you can buy 400 Robux. And $4.40 with Premium. That's more money for less Robux, despite the fact that amount of Robux can buy you way less than that amount of Robux could in 2008. But I digress. $9.95 for 1,000 Robux. $9.99 for 800 Robux. Bro, what? $19.99. $24.95 for 2750 Robux, or 2000 Robux for standard members. This isn't even an option anymore. I continue. $50, 6000 Robux. $50, 4500 Robux. $100, 15,000 Robux. $100, 10,000 Robux. Now, why am I comparing all these prices? Well, the fact that these prices have never changed, despite how much Roblox has changed, really shows that Robux has gotten more expensive despite it being worth less. Now, you guys might be confused. What do you mean Robux is worth less? It's not worthless. It's worth less than it was in 2008. One Robux can buy you a lot less than one Robux could in 2008. So, let me show you guys some examples of this. The classic Roblox Fedora, also known as CF Classic Fedora, can be had for 233,000 Robux right now. But in 2008, it costed 900 Robux. Now, if 900 Robux became 233,000 Robux, shouldn't the amount of Robux you get for $10 or whatever increase too? And it's worse for people in other countries where Roblox oftentimes just takes the dollar sign and turns it to, like, I don't know, a euro or a pound or whatever, and it ends up being more expensive for those people when you account for conversion rates. But anyways, let's continue. The Valkyrie helm, which you could buy for 190,000 Robux today, actually originally costed 24,000 ticks, which roughly equated to about 4,000 Robux at this point in history. 4,000 Robux or 190,000 Robux. Right, so shouldn't the amount of Robux you get per dollar increase? But even, like, despite, these are some of those popular items on Roblox, what about, like, irrelevant items, you know? Here we have a literal stack of papers. This item from 2007 can either be obtained for free with a gift, or for a small amount of Robux in a gift form. I would assume the gift costed up to 400 Robux. Even this literal stack of papers sells for over 2,000 Robux now, and that's pretty much normal. But this stack of papers is worth 5 times more than it was back then, but Robux somehow you get less for the same amount of money. You see what I'm getting at here? Now, if I made this video back in, say, 2017, 2016, this video would actually be a rant about how Robux is a waste of money and you should never buy it because you make way more money with Builders Club. But over the years, Roblox has actually become a lot nicer and lifted a lot of the restrictions that Builders Club people once had. People who don't have premium at all can sell game passes in their games and developer products and get the same amount of Robux as if someone with premium. And a bunch of other cool features too, like joining 100 groups and stuff like that. These are things that people take for granted now, but back then, it was literally a battle. So I'm not saying Roblox is 100% greedy. The fact that when they added premium, they let anyone DevX, because back then, with Builders Club, you had to have the top tier, outrageous Builders Club, which cost $20 a month, just to make money off of Roblox. But what if you don't have $20 to begin with? Well, I guess you're screwed. But now, you know, for $5, you can DevX, so that's way less, which is reasonable. So I'll compliment Roblox just to say, fun fact, people ask me all the time, how am I rich on Roblox? And this is not me flexing, it's just something that people ask me a lot. I mean, I have a lot of items that are worth a lot of Robux, and people often think I just bought a bunch of Robux and bought all the items. And you're not stupid for making that assumption, I mean, but on the surface, that's what it looks like. But over the years, I got a lot of items just through being online early in Roblox's history and those items becoming worth a lot of money. And I also did a lot of trading. As a matter of fact, I have never purchased Robux in my entire life up to a certain point, okay? I will show you guys currency purchase. So the only time I ever bought Robux in my life was in late 2019, and there's a reason for that. So around this time, 2 items came out which would turn out to be some of the last limiteds to ever be released. You have the Viridian Domino Crown, which cost 10,000 Robux at the time, and the Ice Valk, which cost 20,000 Robux at the time. Both of these items have skyrocketed past what they're worth, hence the reason why I bought Robux at that moment in time, because I couldn't afford it, and I knew that these would be worth a lot of money if they made these limited. And I was not wrong. I was certainly not wrong. But the reason why I tell this story is because back in 2016 or 2017, this rate would have been buying Builders Club and hustling and trying to get your Robux up by just being an entrepreneur. Nowadays, you don't even need premium to do that stuff. So instead, I'm ranting about how Robux is literally a ripoff, okay? I mean, dude, the fact that it costs more money to get less Robux nearly 13 years later is completely ridiculous. And I'm sure people complain about this, but a lot of people just don't realize how much of a ripoff Robux is. I mean, let's say You're making $7.25 per hour. That's minimum wage in the United States. That's the federal minimum wage. So for every hour you work, you make $7.25. Well, let's say, I don't know, you want a Violet Valk. Okay? Violet Valk costs 50,000 Robux. And this just barely scrapes the surface of expensive items. Well, let's say you want to buy 50,000 Robux. That'll cost $500. Well, if you make $7.25 an hour, it would take you about 68 hours, nearly 69 hours of working. And work days are usually 8 hours long, so that's a little bit over a week of just straight work. Okay, just to buy a virtual item on Roblox. I don't know. And then you have to decide between buying that or paying your bills, paying your electricity, paying off your car, your rent, whatever it is. So it's like, dang, Roblox. These little items, which once cost not so much in an economy, now cost way more. Now, the one counter argument I could think is that the US dollar has also inflated, making the same amount of money worth less in retrospect. In which, let's try to do the math here. If in 2008 I spent $99.95 and then I bought it in 2021, that $99.95 is now worth $122.96. And okay, let's go back to the page where you can buy Robux. Well, that's like buying 10,000 and then another 1,700, where in fact you would get 11,700 Robux for that price. And is 10,000 Robux back then 12,000 Robux today? I don't think so. That just isn't the truth, okay? Robux has inflated way past the rate that the US dollar has inflated. You can't look at the raw numbers, you have to look at the purchasing power of both. And Robux has way less purchasing power than it did in 2008. This is a literal fact. You can purchase more for a lot more, and while Robux is worth less than it was. And I conclude my rant. If you disagree with me, I would love to hear your opinions in the comments down below. But I'm going to title this video, Do Not Buy Robux, because it's dramatic and it distracts people. So, anyways, I digress. Make sure you smash that like button. Follow me on Instagram at Fave here. I want more followers. Subscribe and hit the bell to fan Fave 2. Join my groups on Roblox, the Roblox Fave Fan Club and Fave's Cave. And finally, join my Discord server, discord.gg/Fave. And it's your boy Fave, and I am out.